Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 is Germany. Let's continue on from where we last left off. So, we're very slowly training troops. Eventually, what's your max? You have 108, 108. Yeah, fortunately we actually are going to have to cut these guys in half, at least right now. But we can reorganize them afterwards. And have some pretty solid armies. The Hungarians want all their troops on our border. I don't know why. I mean, they do have a core on us, but that doesn't really make a big difference. Again, I don't care about Napur. Poland, I do care about, so I'm going to keep decreasing depending of the Danish. And again, yes, Spain, Cordial, Ottoman Empire. I mean, the Ottoman Empire is looking pretty good. So I can understand why you'd want this. I mean, they have a actually massive colonial empire, which is like not what you would expect. Like, I think they were just like, I just don't know why the game prioritized giving the Ottomans a bunch of stuff, and we got really nothing, honestly. Like, we could have taken Sudan, we could have taken this coast of Somalia. These colonies over here could have been ours pretty easily. We could have... all of this should have been ours. Like, I don't know really... Why the Ottomans? They're in 10th place. I mean, they're 10th place. Honestly, that's not bad. And I say that from a position of how the Ottoman Empire usually does. I mean, we've been propping them up this whole time. So I don't think the Ottoman Empire... they're still an absolute monarchy. I don't think they should collapse anytime soon. I don't know if we can see militancy in their provinces. Yeah, no. So we can't see, like, how much the Ottomans want to rebel. Like, they've had some communist uprisings, but nothing too crazy. And all it's really released is, like, a handful of countries in Syria, which were all basically monarchs. Yeah, there we go. Hello. Helioland. Just annex them right away. Fantastic. Giving us a nice... I was going to say a nice little naval base, but no, because that's in the same state as... Teshwik? Which state are you in? Yeah, because you're in this state, already had a port, so basically you just destroyed it. I mean, that's actually not bad. I mean, we did waste probably $200,000 of British money that they spent upgrading their port. Again, it's a port of 2,000 people. I don't know why it needs a level 5 fort, but okay. Oh, we can enact women's suffrage. That's fine. So, Darwinism. You go here. We're still waiting on a bunch of tanks and a bunch of planes. How many tanks do we have in our stockpile? 0.04. That's not a lot of tanks. I mean, I'm trying to buy 2,000 of them. But again, nobody makes tanks except for... the Dutch right now. What happened to my tanks? Subsidize all the factories. Why am I not built? Where are my tanks? Where do they go? Show everything. Where are the tank factories? They're all being built right now, so never mind. Maybe they're artisan tanks that I was buying. Okay, well, let's see. Where is there anywhere that has... well, not... okay, I don't want you. I want electrical parts. Tanks. Cars. What else is needed? Steel and... machine parts. What makes all of this? You have 2 of them, which is great. You have 1. You have 1. You have 1. No, actually, you have nothing. Never mind. You have 1. Electrical parts here. So where we're building... we could build a tank factory here. That would go okay. It's got 2 of the resources it needs. And we'll build a... okay, apparently this factory's already full. And now it's full. So I think as soon as these are all ready to go, we should do all right. We do need more research. Let's go for... I mean, our culture's a little bit behind, but who cares? We have so much money, like, I don't think that matters really either. Let's look at diplomatic influence. Government interventionism. Seems like that could be decent. Also, just select everything again. Thank you. I mean, our industry's in 3rd place still. It's not that great. Like, we're actually very much lagging behind, especially the United States, Britain. Like, we're pretty far ahead of, I think France is in 4th place. Like, we're pretty far ahead of them. We're almost twice as many points as the French. We are about about half behind the US. But that's the United States. Like, its population is probably massive. How big is the United States population right now? Population of the US. Less than us, but we do have a bunch of colonies. So I would say between the core provinces of Germany and the core provinces of the United States, we're probably about equal on that footing. I would have to take a guess and say. I mean, I do have some of these colonies up here, but, you know, not that many. So apparently, I don't know if China's going to have the warlord period. It seems like they're kind of avoiding it. But I don't know if it's an inevitability. So everything it's looking pretty good. The French are okay. Like, they don't really want to rebel that much. There's a couple of rebel movements growing in the country, but nothing insane. We can also create a state over here in Morocco. The non-colonial state. But actually, only this area became a state for us. Which is just kind of strange. But, you know what? What resources do you have in this province? You got gold and basically, you know, liquor and wine. Liquor is basically always good. Build a liquor distillery and then also build a winery. And that'll be good for right now. I mean, the capitalists right now cannot invest in our economy whatsoever. Because we're a planned economy. So everything that happens, we have to do. So, I mean, I could be spending a lot of money trying to make my industry, you know, better. Spend some more money trying to upgrade some factories. And we're basically upgrading this thing as much as we possibly can. Are you missing anything to upgrade? No, you just start basically right away. That's why you want to buy 2,000 resources of everything that is required in building stuff, because they just start day one. There's no time in which you need to buy up the stockpile. You just go boom right away. And you basically have spent all the money beforehand. So Dagestan, we can get you into our sphere. Nobody else really cared too much about you, so that's fine. Denmark, still in 8th place. You're actually 9th to the Ottomans. If the Ottomans become a great power again, it'll be the greatest twist of fate, and like no one would have seen that coming, to say the least. The Ottoman comeback from behind. The Mosquito Kingdom. Again, I don't really care about those guys. I can fabricate a dismantle nation, but it's 20 infamy, and it's going to take a million years. So I'm not really too sure, like, what do we actually want to do? Oh, they're at 100? Ban the Danish embassy, like, right away. I don't know how I didn't even realize that. That was close. We almost lost Ukraine to the frickin' Danish. Just wild. I'm guessing Denmark's trying to influence these guys up to the north. Are you guys ready to go yet? No, we're not. We don't have... Okay, there's the Warlord era. We don't have enough tanks. And the only people who right now are making tanks are the Dutch, making 0.4. All of our... Okay, sure. I think I just deleted a factory. No, I didn't. Okay. Deselect all states. Our tank factory is going to be done in about half a year from now. I might as well go to speed 5 while we're at peace. No reason really not to be. How many points are we getting from capital ships? About 400. So, I mean, our navy should be pretty solid. I'm going to deselect all of the transports because we don't need them. You know, we don't want them in combat. They're just going to be their own thing. Okay, so these are our transport ships. More or less, they're there for an invasion of Britain. If the time so comes, or, you know, invasions of, like, France, we can land troops along the northern coast or something like that, if we have to. Nagpur. Who are you? You're this guy. Who we're allied with, who's at war with you. Brazil's doing some stuff. The British Commonwealth is actually apparently backing one of these guys. I don't know how much they're really going to be able to help you, but sure. And what is this war over? A core territory of theirs. No, from Chile. Okay. Oh, they're trying to take a state from Peru. Okay. I mean, I don't think they're going to win. I don't know. Who knows? We got some rebels. Who are they risen up in? In Hungary. But, I mean, they have enough troops. They should be completely okay. So nothing too crazy, I think, has happened quite yet. Like, has anybody had a dictatorship other than Montenegro? Has anybody gone communist or fascist? I don't think so. Montenegro has, but I really think that's about it. So, the far left and the far right really haven't made huge gains anywhere in the world quite yet, which is surprising because normally it happens after like a great power gets dismantled. That typically is like the turning point where something will happen, but surprisingly not. Everything's been calmer than you would expect. Like, you're not having any rebel issues. Russia, surprisingly, is not having any rebel issues. And I really don't think we're going to be challenged too much in the future. I mean, who could challenge us right now? The United States. I think that's really about it. And I only say that because, I mean, they have a large standing army, 369 divisions. It's bigger than our standing army. But they're on the other side of the world. They would have to, like, I can actually just look at what their boats are. What do they have? 17, 10, 20 for there. 17, 10, 20. That actually might be their entire fleet. Is that 47 ships? Yeah, so this is their entire navy right now. They can ship up to 20 divisions at a time, which is a 60 stack. So they can transport 160 stack at a time. And that's assuming that I don't just sink all their ships. Because, you know, unlike in, you know, Hearts of Iron 4, you can also make another state. Yes, Marrakesh. Unlike in Hearts of Iron 4, you know, you can't really transport troops easily, which is one issue, which is one thing that Hearts of Iron 4 does a lot better than Victoria 2. Unit transporting is kind of just a mess. Who are you at war with? You're at war with these guys. I mean, I'll say yes. I have no reason to say no, but I'm not going to do anything. They're just trying to expand into, yeah, the Fenian clique. Not a huge surprise. We have some rebel issues in our country. Not a ton. We got some unemployed people in our colonies, but that should be resolved soon. We also have to, yeah, this guy up here. Do you make anything? You have cattle and grain. So you know what? You're gonna get a sweet, sweet liquor distillery. $6,000, pretty cheap. What do you people want? You want minimum wage? There you go. Have some minimum wage and never bother me again. Our tanks, they're still not building. Which is an issue. I think we were missing a handful of planes as well. If we're making 3 armies, right? They both need 2 planes. So we're missing 1 plane. We are missing 1 tank. No, we're not. We're missing 1 plane. So, build 1 plane in Kiel. We can actually train way more men again. Like, just... We probably build, like, another... How many men is in per army? A 48 stack is... 5, 16 stack. So, there's 16 divisions in an army. I mean, it's just 48 divided by 3. I don't know why I'm making this more complicated than it needs to be. So, the Conservatives have basically lost a lot of power. Not a huge surprise. That generally happens every time you, pass a law. So we're going to build 16, it'll be 32, and then another 48. 40, do we have 48 divisions? We have at least 34. Some of these are doubled up, though. So we shall see. I think we could at least build 2 for sure. Will we be able to get a 5th? I don't know. Like right now, our front line is actually massive. Like it's all of this. Not Switzerland. Switzerland doesn't really matter. I mean, this front line here is covered. I have no fear of Italy doing anything ever towards us. The Ottoman Empire has gone up to 8th place. So I think like, how are you in 8th place? You're 10th in industry. You actually just have a pretty decent military. Apparently you're in... How the hell are you in 6th place? I don't know. You want... No. Have you already lost? Wow, okay. I mean, that was quick, to say the least. Apparently I'm the war leader here. Can I do anything to you? Acquire state, add the sphere. How much does it add the sphere? It's 35 war score, but I don't think you do anything, to be completely honest. So, yeah, we'll just propose peace. You can have a puppet of Japan. It really doesn't matter. I mean, you could have probably puppet both those guys, Japan, if you actually wanted to, but... we're not... You know, let's sign a Geneva Convention. Let us... The African farms and mines. Yes, we got a lot of wars going on down here. Like, basically, everybody has CBs against everybody else. And they're all going to be fighting over this stuff. So we got no resource. What are we going to research? Reinforcements 5%. You know what? That wouldn't be a bad thing. Because I feel like our troops probably don't reinforce fast enough for what I'm wanting to do. So we can, I think, more or less ignore the Danish. Our hold in India is actually not bad. Like, it's actually kind of doing okay. Like, okay, so you have 115 divisions. Russia has 14 divisions right now. I mean, that's not surprising. As soon as you get dismantled, you're not allowed to build troops for like 5 years. Same with the British, they only have 16 divisions. So, if anybody wanted to do anything too crazy, now would be the chance. Now would be the chance. And you're trying to free Panama as well. Okay. So what can we do about France? Or the Dutch, really. But I'm thinking more the French. We can justify a war against them, but what would be a war I want to justify? Like, are you allied to anybody? You're allied to Russia, but again, does Russia matter? Like, I would kind of be okay doing another dismantle CB against them. I think we need to crush France one more time. So let's justify a war. Would we want to take a state? Or would, like, what would you actually want to do initially? Free allied cores. I don't even know what allied cores they have. Like, I have literally no idea whose cores those would even be for. I mean, it's only worth 5 infamy. The Dismantle Nation's 20. I think we get that CB for free regardless. We can do a Humiliate. Place in the Sun. Acquire State. You know what? Let's just go for... I don't know, size expensive. You know what? Let's just Humiliate them. Why not? I think that could be fun. You want an alliance. Sure. I mean, I don't know what I'll do with you, but might as well. Or at least stop Japan from getting more influence into Asia. Naval base max level 1, don't think that's important. Tax efficiency, admin efficiency, organizational development. Experimental. You know what? None of you. Let's finish off this deck. But I think it's going to be a good time to end today's episode. So thanks everybody for watching. My name is Anthem. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. Not enjoy, you can always thumb down. If you want to see more, subscribe. And goodbye.